Managing websites and making sure they're all working properly can be stressful at times, and often when something goes wrong, we only discover it after getting a call from our client saying, "Hey, why is my website not working?" Now, what if I tell you you could be stress-free and noticing a problem on a site before your customer calls you? Interesting, right? Hi beautiful people, my name is Jimmy from the Webonaut. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing good. It's been a while, but I'm happy to be back. And today in this video, we're gonna take a look at a new plugin called FlowGuard, and you are not ready for what you're about to see. So without further ado, let's roll the tape. First of all, what is FlowGuard? FlowGuard is a new tool created by the very talented Daniel DeRosa, the creator of BricsForge and other plugins. It's an automatic testing and monitoring plugin built specifically for WordPress websites. It acts like a real visitor by using a real browser to click through your pages, fill out forms, and test checkouts to ensure everything works perfectly. If your website goes down or a button breaks, you get notified instantly so you can fix it before your customer notices it. I've been testing it for a couple of weeks now, and this plugin, my friends, is a game changer. It's simple to understand and gives you the peace of mind that you might be looking for a long time. With that out of the way, let's see it in action. Of course, we're now in WordPress, and as usual, you're gonna go to plugin, install plugin, activate the plugin, put in your license, and you're good to go. Once this is done, you're gonna be seeing on the left-hand side menu a little part called FlowGuard. Let's just click on it. Once you clicked on it, you're going to be prompted to the dashboard, and that's the overview of all your automated tests. So here you can see we have the monitoring status and we have the recent flows that we created. So how do we create a flow? We're just going to see here on the left hand side, you have different options. We have flow, monitoring, and settings, and we're just going to go to flows. Once you're here, you can see here, I already created one, but we're just going to create a new one so you can see the exact process on how to set it up. Let's create a flow. Click on this button and you're going to be prompted to this page. This is basically an internet browser. And here you have the different steps that you will be doing to accomplish the test. So there is two ways to create a flow. You can add the steps manually by clicking here, and you have all the different options for navigation, interaction, forms, validation, and timing. But the real magic hangs on the button right here, the record one. So we're just going to press it, and let me show you exactly how it's going to work. Let's click on it. As soon as you click on it, it will record all the activity that you will be doing on this browser right here. Okay, so first we're going to go to my contact page. So I'm going to go to the menu, and as you can see, as soon as I do something, a step is added here on the side. And we're going to click on contact page. So what happened here? Click on the menu, open the page, contact. Right, we're on my contact page. So we're just going to say Jimmy. And then here we're going to put hello@thewebonaut.dev. And you can put blah, 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 and submit your form. And boom, the form has been submitted. Now what happens? Let's just click on stop. Before we start saving, we're going to put a name here. Let's call it contact the Webonaut. And we're just going to click here on save. Okay. And now you can see we can run the flow. So let's try that. I love the animation. This is like so futuristic and so satisfying. Absolutely love this. But what is good is that you're going to see, we're going to be able to see all the different steps that we recorded, and it's going to tell you exactly which one works or not. In that case, I do believe that everything is working properly. So you can see the first time we clicked on the menu, it has been passed. Then it opens the page, it has been passed. Then we put the value Jimmy, it's passed. Then it put the value hello@thewebonaut.dev, same, etc., etc. And here basically what does it says blocked? It's because I decided to not send any email when the test is happening. Let's say you create your flow and it's on a contact form, like right now, it's gonna automatically send an email once you press send. The thing is, you might not want to send those emails every time you get a test done. So for this, you can actually block the email to be sent, which is absolutely amazing. Great. So now our flow is created and we are just going to go back to the dashboard. Let's go here. And you can see here we have two recent flows. We have contact at the Webonaut. And if you want to run the test, you can just click here. You can, of course, edit your text. You can deactivate it, so it stops testing your site. You can duplicate the flow. You can view the execution log. That's what we just saw earlier. And then you can view the run history, how many times it has been run. And basically it shows you every time the test has been running. So we're going to close this, and of course you can delete it. You can view all your flows. As you can see, we're here, we're back to the flow category. So basically that's about it. And you could do that for anything you have on your website. Let's say you have a WooCommerce store and you want to make sure that the checkout is working. You could definitely use this exact same system in order for you to see if your checkout form is actually working properly. All right, the next part is the monitoring. And basically this is really the website uptime and performance monitoring. It is really cool and super simple because basically you have absolutely nothing to do at all. It is automatically set once you activate this in the settings. And well, let's go to the settings. Once we're here, we have different options. As you can see here, we have the general tab, and that's the display. So the appearance, you can choose to have it light mode or dark mode. You have the default focus mode you can activate. You can show test status in the admin bar. And to be honest, this is the most satisfying thing I've ever seen in a plugin, because what it does, it creates this little thing right here. And just to know, once you open your website and you see that all the signs are green, it is so satisfying. You can, of course, run your test directly from there. Now we have to go to testing. In the testing tab, we have the test mode, and this is pretty cool. I would recommend you to enable it. And this is what I was just talking about. If you do not want to receive any emails from the form you're testing, you can just block all emails, or alternatively, you can redirect to a test email. In that case, I put my alternative email address. And if you do so, you will automatically receive an email, which is basically the content of the form that you just filled in. Right under, we have the capture error screenshots. That's basically when something happened, you get automatically a screenshot of the error, which is pretty nice. And then you can bypass the page cache as well. So you can just activate this. As you can see here, you can auto dismiss pop-ups, and you can run the history. You can say, okay, I want to see, let's say the last 10 runs, or the last 25 runs, 50 or 100. Okay, let's go to auto run, because yes, you can automate all the flows that you have already. So you could say, hey, after any plugin updates, I want to run a test. Let's activate it. And it's for all plugin or just selected plugins. Super cool. And what is amazing is that if an error is detected, you can auto roll back on test failure. You activate this and it will automatically revert back to the previous version of the plugin that you had and the one that was actually working. Really nice if you have auto updates and all of a sudden the test is not passing and you want to be directly notified with it. You can do the same with the theme updates, run the flows after the theme updates. Same way you can run for all theme or just selected theme only. And you have an auto rollback test failure as well. And you have scheduled test, and you can just run test on schedule. You can say, okay, I want to run my flows every 30 minutes, every hour, every 6 hours, every 12 hours, once daily or once weekly. Really cool. Especially on those big websites where you have a lot of traffic on it and you have a lot of people making orders and you're not sure if it's working properly, you can decide whether you want it for 30 minutes, etc., etc. Then here we have monitoring, and the monitoring is really to check the uptime and performance of your site. So you can say, okay, check every 5 minutes or every minute, every 3 minutes, every 15 minutes, and you can check, go up to 1 hour. And here you can check the history, keep all the checks, last 1,000 check, last 500 checks, etc., etc. Now we have the notification, monitoring notification, downtime alert. I would recommend you to activate all of this because this is how you're going to get notified that something is happening on your website. Then you have the flow failure alert, just in case something happens. You can also have this. You have an alert email address. In that case, it is just the admin email address that's taken directly. And you can also create some webhook alerts. Then we have the API runner. The API runner is, let's say that you're working on a local environment and you would want still to test your sites, etc. Because it had to connect to the server in order to make those tests, you will have to choose for a different options, and you can see it here. I did not set it up because my site is live. I might do another video in the future showing you exactly how to do that when you are using a local environment for your website. And of course, you can import or export every setting. And basically that's it. It is a really, really cool plugin, super straightforward, super simple. You can see there is not too much blah, blah, blah around. It goes straight to the point, and that's what I really like. Daniel did a really good job in that matter, because we know that when we get like a lot of options and too many options, it sometimes get overwhelming. We're not sure what it means, etc. Here, everything is properly explained, and this is absolutely amazing. Once you're done with it, of course, and you changed any setting, I would recommend you to save them. Otherwise, they're not going to be applied, and you're good to go. Now, in this example, I only have a very, very simple form, but now let's see how this would work with conditional logic. I don't have a form here with conditional logic, but if you have a form with conditional logic, you need to create a separate flow for each path through the form. So if the form has 3 different outcomes, depending on what gets selected, that's 3 flows, each one filling in the field for that specific path and checking the result at the end. And that's actually a good thing, because when something breaks, you know exactly which variant it was. For your customers form, I'd figure out the main path people take and make 1 flow per path to test the most important path. This is absolutely amazing, because as soon as something goes wrong in one of the paths, you can see directly which one isn't working and which one you have to fix. One more thing I want to show you is when you go to dashboard, you can go all the way down and you have here a button called Get Started, which will explain you exactly how to start with FlowGuard. And if you thought that was it, well, my friends, not at all, because in the end of this year, FlowGuard Cloud is actually being released. It's the same as FlowGuard for WordPress, Flow Editor, and everything else, but for every site outside of WordPress. For example, AI-generated static sites. And of course, we don't know where WordPress is going to go into the future. So at least if you decide to use another CMS or just generate your website with AI in a static site, you will actually be able to use FlowGuard Cloud to monitor your different sites. And these guys will be available in the enterprise and lifetime deals that you can find on the site. Where this plugin excels the most is when it comes to creating flows, obviously. You can create any flows you want. Say you just want to check your homepage to see that the newsletter field at the end of the page is actually working. You create a flow for that. You can create a flow for the about page. You can create a flow for the contact page. You can create a flow for the checkout page with WooCommerce. It is absolutely amazing. So if you go to flowguardwp.io, you will land on the page of FlowGuard, and you can see here all the features, how it works, the pricing, the cloud, and the FAQ. It's super well documented already. It is very straightforward, but first I wanted to show you with what it actually works at the moment. It works with Bricks, Elementor, Etch, BricsForge, SureCart, Woo, WS Form, and I'm pretty sure there are going to be other tools coming in the future, so keep an eye on it. And here, as I said, you have the cloud, which will be coming soon. This is going to be revolutionary. In terms of pricing, there is 2 possibilities. You have the yearly subscription and just 250 LTDs available at launch, which is today. And so let's have a look at the prices. You have the starter pack, which is for 1 website, and it's $49 per year, and you get to run 100 test runs, and you also have 10,000 uptime checks, which is pretty cool, and you have customer support. You will not have access to the FlowGuard so this is really hard for me to say, to the FlowGuard Cloud. All right. Then we have the Pro version, which is about the same. You get 10 websites, 1,000 test runs, 100,000 uptime checks, customer support. Same for the cloud, won't be included in that package. But if you go to the enterprise model, you have here for $399 per year, you have 1,000 WordPress website, 5,000 run tests per month, 500,000 uptime checks per month, the customer support, obviously, and the FlowGuard Cloud that will be coming at the end of this year. Of course, because Daniel is launching, they also created a lifetime deal, which is $699 for one time. It covers 1,000 WordPress websites. You get 7.5 test runs per month. You get 750,000 uptime checks. You get the customer support, and you get the FlowGuard Cloud as well. Although this is not a sponsored video, I have an affiliate link. This is my first affiliate link ever. And I would appreciate if you use it, if you decide to buy this plugin, because basically it will help me to create more videos and spend more time on creating content. I will put it right down in the description. You can just click on there. Otherwise, you can use the coupon code called TheWebOnote, very simple, and you will get a 35% discount at checkout. If you aren't sure if it's something for you, I would advise you to go and check this little button that says Explore Demo. You will be prompted to launch a demo. As soon as you're here, you can see you have the same configuration that we had on my website. You can go to flows, create a new flow. You will be prompted with a tour, which you can skip, obviously, and then you can just test it. see if it's something that works for you. And if you're still not sure on how it all works, I would advise you to go to FlowGuard on YouTube, type FlowGuard WP, you will end up on this page. And the videos now are not released, they will be released in a couple of minutes. But regardless, Daniel prepared a couple of videos to get you started on your journey with FlowGuard. Since I got the chance to test this plugin, I really included it in my stack. It is on all my websites. I have all my client sites so I can monitor exactly what I want, whenever I want. It is super cool. It notifies me straight away when there is a problem on my client site. And this really took off a big part of stress of having to monitor a different site and making sure that it's all working properly. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find the link in the description. It's an affiliate link. May you not want to use it, you can just go to flowguardwp.io and just check out right there. You will have a 35% discount on the early bird deal. And if you purchase BrickForge before, you get a 50% discount at checkout. You just need to enter your license key from BrickForge and the 50% discount will automatically apply at checkout. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, stay sexy, keep spreading love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.